You know, we usually come in here and do a little comedy, try to make you laugh, keep it light. I have more serious things on my mind tonight. But you know what? I'm going to put this blazer on. Put on the blazer so I mean business. Because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, now we all know it's bad out there. And I'll be honest, I don't really recognize the country I grew up in anymore. But I do recognize who is to blame. And so tonight, I'm here to hold the guilty to account. That's right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yeah, I wish there were 12 people here. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, tonight,
That's funny.
I'm here to put smartphones on trial. And I would like to call to the stand the defendant.
Yay!
Not only my call, but order. Now, Mr. Phone. Mr. Phone, may I call you smart? Trick question. I would never call you that. Call you a lot of things. Smart isn't one of them. Mr. Phone, someone in this room, someone, due to their preternatural ability to stovepipe people into impenetrable information bubbles, someone whose unrivaled talent for disseminating propaganda is, I would argue, almost single-handedly responsible for our current trajectory toward authoritarian rule. Do you see them here tonight? Could you point them out? No? Well, there's good reason for that. It's because you are that individual. Isn't that true? Pleading the fifth, I see. Well, that is your right. Try a different tack here. Would it be unfair of me to say that you, with the help, of course, of Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, and others, managed to amplify the fringe voices of the far right and, to a lesser degree, the far left in the lead up to the election? Some people can't tell the difference anymore between the far right and the far left. This is a phenomenon known as horseshoe theory. But I have a handy rule of thumb for how to distinguish between the two. You see, the far right, those are the internet trolls who tell me to kill myself because I don't vote for Republicans. Now, the far left are the exact opposite. Those are the internet trolls who tell me to kill myself because I do vote for Democrats. That's how you know the difference there. I love these anonymous accounts telling me to kill myself. Trump won, cry more liberals. Guess you better just kill yourself. It's like, well, I can't now. If you wanted me to go gentle into that good night, you should have voted for Kamala. I don't have to piss on her grave. Thanks to you, now I can get it. Oh, come on. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. It wears on him quicker than it does on you. I can't kill myself for at least 3.5 years now. Thanks to you, I now have to remain healthy and hydrated. I actually don't remember the question, but I think it was a yes or no. So which is it? All right. Oh, you're a KG1. You're a KG1. Okay. Try another angle. Mr. Phone, did you or did you not prey upon the paranoia, low trust, and innumeracy of the population to convince denizens of a country which is as safe as it has ever been in history that actually danger lurks around every corner, necessitating an ersatz suspension of posse comitatus and troops in our streets. Oh, man. I will have my few good men moment. I think in Hoboken, I don't think you guys have to worry too much about the feds coming here, though. Because, see, our mayor's not black. Well, he's not white either, but I think that bodes well. I do think we might be safe for a while because our electeds were smart, tried to stay ahead of the issue. They bolstered defenses and upped the manpower around the crime-ridden part of town, the seedy underbelly of Hoboken, ShopRite. You been lately? Yeah, you must feel safer with that police presence at ShopRite. I headed over there because they had a sale on reduced fat Pringles. And I wanted to stock up. So I headed over to the ShopRite yesterday and I'm greeted by not one, but two cops flanking the entrance. And I'm just looking back and forth between them like, you know, the irony is I'm actually here for a poor substitute for chips. I'm not sure these officers need their sidearms for this detail. I would think maybe a nightclub taser combo would suffice to bring the animals in the produce section to heel, but I guess these guys just feel better knowing they've got, the threat of lethal force backing them up. Limit 4 per customer, asshole! He thinks I'm actually yelling. Mr. Phone, I wonder if you feel ashamed. I wonder if you're capable of shame. Because, now look, we all know you were driving people crazy, just melting their brains long before COVID came along. But boy, that lockdown, you really came into your own then during the quarantine, didn't you? Huh? Didn't you? Yeah, just carving up gray matter like a wheat thresher. Just mainstreaming crackpot theories, conspiracies. In fact, isn't it safe to say that if it weren't for you, RFK Jr. would not be in charge of Health and Human Services? Isn't that fair to say? Now, RFK, okay, I mentioned horseshoe theory before. RFK is the prime example to me of horseshoe theory. I mean, he looks and sounds for all the world like someone who just got trampled by Clydesdales. And I don't care if this makes me sound superficial, but I'm not terribly inclined to take my nutrition advice from a guy who looks like a charcoal rub of a wood carving. He does, right? He does. Get him that. Which is appropriate because every time he opens his mouth to talk, he sounds like a wood carver. Wait. Chainsaw, that's the word I'm looking for. Sorry. Yeah. Have you heard his new thing? He can see mitochondrial damage. Yeah. At a glance, Bobby can assess the state of your mitochondria. Now, I knew he was a crank. I didn't realize he believed in the Force. You know what? I'm actually glad you guys didn't laugh at that. Because that means you must agree with me that that blood test in Phantom Menace should never be accepted as canon. Good news, your lab work came back Jedi. Did you guys see that hearing, the RFK hearing last week? Oh, we're doomed. I was watching it with someone who doesn't pay really close attention to politics, so she didn't know what to expect. And she was shocked. shocked by the ignorance on display. She was just like, how could this happen? How could such an advanced civilization elevate this anti-science nut job to such prominence? And look, I hate to get all Occam's razor about it, but it seems pretty obvious to me how that happens. How you get Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in the government. Nostalgia. It all comes down to nostalgia, because you hear that name that carries so much historical weight, and you can't help but think of days gone by. Polio. Man, that takes me back. Well. All right. Well, if you'll indulge me, I'd like to go from the macro to the micro here for just a moment. Mr. Phone, is it not true that the one and only time I slipped you into my pocket without your protective padded case, the one time I did it, sue me, I wanted to travel light. Did you or did you not live an entire life apart from me? Somehow bypassing the lock screen, rearranging the icons to the degree where it took me the better part of the day just to find the 2 apps I ever use. Furthermore, did you not enlarge my texts to what looks like a 72-point font such that my incoming messages appear as a column of single letters? Don't wait for the translation. Answer me now. For the record, and it's currently in use, so you'll have to take my word for it. This is a fairly accurate reproduction of my home screen. I was trying to work the leopard print futon they're on into it, and then I was like, Clark, go to bed. Nobody's fact-checking prop comics. Anyway, so Mr. Phone, I guess what I'm curious about is what you have to say for yourself. Huh? Anything? Anything at all? Okay, well, let the record show that Mr. Phone has nothing to say in his own defense. I rest my case. Oh, wait, shit. Did I forget? Okay, this is embarrassing. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I left the defendant on mute. I moved for a bad court thingy. Okay. I'm Clark, he is Crypto, and together we are CNC Comedy Factory. Everybody laugh now! Ha, 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 ha. Now, we'll work on the name. In the meantime, if you would like to see similar humiliations visited upon little homie, well, you're cordially invited to Cryptober, a one-man, one-dog show coming next month to a lingerie boutique near you. Thank you very much.